Hello everybody, I am very excited. Dr. Zero Show right now is going to connect to Latin America, exactly to Colombia. Maryori Lizcano, welcome. How are you?
Hey, Dr. Zero, how are you? I'm very good. How about you?
Fine. What time is it there? It is 7 here.
Yes, it is already 12 p.m. It's like at lunchtime.
Yes, so we have 7 hours difference. It is wonderful to have you as a guest here. I just want to, you are CEO, founder of Fika-IO. Can you please tell me what do you do as a company and where did you get this name from?
Absolutely. Well, the name is come from Sweden because I did my master there in entrepreneurship and innovation management at KTH. So I
Yes.
love it. Sweden is in my heart. And we do a businesses in two areas. The first one is about innovation, technology 4.0 solution, everything automation, control, do all this, the robot things in the big companies, and the second one is regarding innovation management, basically consultancy regarding what is going on in Colombia, in the world, and we want to be the bridge between Latam and the rest of the world. That's
Wonderful.
what we
I
are
just
doing
want
here.
to have a parenthesis for our guests if they don't know what fika means in Sweden. Maybe you want to describe it because now I understood. So you got it fika because of Sweden. Can you tell what does fika mean in Sweden?
Well, fika basically is the time you take the coffee with friends, and actually it's a moment when you talk with other colleagues about businesses, problems, how we do solutions together, and it's not about the competition. It's about together as a one, and that's what we are doing in fika. We don't want to be alone doing all the solution. We want to be very close with other customers to do a very good solution for them.
And
So we like to join us to have a coffee for that.
wonderful. Like IO is input output, isn't it?
Input output or one or zero basically is digital technology. We're
Digital
looking to
technology.
one to zero, input output, everything about technology.
So
Correct.
let's have a fika with the technology. Wonderful. Great name.
Absolutely. That's the way.
So
Correct.
you have experience for your with your education and with your work with Europe, with Sweden in particular, and then you are in Latin America. So and you work with open innovation. I would like to learn how the approach in open innovation in Sweden, in Europe, the way that you know is different than in Latin America.
Absolutely. Sweden and Europe in general, they have been building this kind of relationship and trust for so many years. This can be years and years of collaboration. In Latam, it started to be in around 10 years ago when the people started to talk about this one, companies and the government. For the last 5 years is already like a okay huge deal to let's do it together. Some businesses, let's see what universities can bring for our solutions, what companies can do it together with the government. In the last 3 years, the government and the universities and the society it's well decided to okay, let's talk about this topic like a seriously and do it so many different relationship and create community and build the trust. So I believe that we have a strong potential to do this one, but we are still building the trust. We are still doing the businesses. We are still doing a
What
small
do you
process,
mean
different
with
than Europe.
trust? What do you mean with trust? Because isn't it like Latin America, people trust each other much more? Maybe I know wrong or
What I mean with trust is about doing projects, because open innovation and is regarding to do research and investigation and do a small project that works and later we can scale. In Latam, we want to do everything fast, it's fast solutions, fast
yes.
everything, something that is different in Europe. In Europe, everybody has the knowledge to, okay, this will maybe take time. It will be building slowly. It may be a project that perhaps can be 1 year, maybe it can be 3 years. But in Latam, we want to do results faster. And we don't want to wait. We want to, okay, this is what is going on. It's a project in 6 months is better. So what I mean with trust is that building like okay, let's start slow. Let's have a small project that show like a good, I mean,
Pilot
solution.
project. Is it like pilot
Correct.
project?
Final project, and after that we will scale slowly. So that's what I mean with trust, like understand that the open innovation means okay, if this is something new, this is something that we need to research, this is something that we can have like a good solution and maybe fail. And actually failing in South America is a huge deal, you know. In Europe can be like a okay, if you fail, move on, let's start something new, fail faster and don't waste your time. Sometimes in Latin, it could be like, okay, I failed, so I cannot do anything else. I'm already in the bad position, like a
I
bad.
lost all my reputation. Mhm.
Correct, and this is something that we need to fix. You know, like okay, if you fail, move on. I mean, that is life. That is real thing. It's better to say, okay, we failed, so what is next? How can we fix it? So I think those two mindset, if we change those mindset, we will definitely move on.
Do you
So
think it is
now
big corporations are approaching to open innovation, or mainly small, medium enterprises or government? Who is really aiming to have more open innovation practices?
absolutely, both. I mean, the government is doing a huge work, and right now we're in the transition with a new government because some like a few weeks ago we decided to have a new president. So we don't know what will happen with this, but with the current president for the final month, he
Mhm.
was doing his team was doing a very good job to bring and make it close the corporations. You know, like a helping with taxes or helping with different programs that definitely will okay make it people like okay, let's talk about it. And right now currently in I have my own company, but I also work for the universities. So I have a good project that like a big corporation are trusting, and this is important. You know, it's not easy. So they'll say okay, let's see how we can invest resources and how we can build a relationship. So yes, I see a future and I see potential on those kind of conversation in small developed projects.
I have a question. What type of services do you provide as a company?
Can you please repeat what kind of
What type of
services?
services do you provide as a company?
As a company, we're not a company. I mean, we are doing like a consultancy for be the bridge between what is going on outside in the Latam community and what the companies or big corporation need. So we can do like a consultancy, like a bridge between okay, we will help you to find those kind of fintech, for example, fintech solution
Mhm.
that can bridge with your challenges inside your company or telecommunications. Or in this case, we have a huge challenge with one company that is about gas, oil. So
Mhm.
they need to, for example, make it like a metrics, but more robotics. We don't want more people, not because they want to, fire the people. It's more because they want to have more specific metrics. So we need to find that kind of group, the research group that was able to build that solution, and now in the testing phase. And we will have those people to transfer the technology, the transfer digital information. We don't want to feel the people that are not able to move with the technology. That is not our main reason. Our main reason is to help the people to understand the technology, apply the technology correctly, and be more like innovative, more active, see more what can the data can do. So one of those one is one my services, and another services is more focused about consultants and in everything. For example, accompany small entrepreneurs to find resources, to find perhaps money, go to different kind of um, venture
Market.
capital
Market.
money, because it's not easy. Raises venture capital here in Latam is like a huge challenge. We don't have too much money as Europe.
Mhm. Or maybe as United States, they have more money. But for example, if a company has a challenge, do they approach to you? Okay, we have this type of challenge. Can you utilize open innovation methodologies to address this challenge? Maybe design a competition, or just let us know how can we involve external partners to solve the challenges, is it like this also, like consultancy, but in relation to open innovation, if I understood correctly? Is it true?
Exactly, depends. I mean, for example, in this specific example that I told you before, we addressed the company and they told us their challenge. They say, "Hey, I need this, that, all the requirements in detail." We decided to present two proposals, two ways, because it's also to understand that can we one way and another one. The company decided which one, but we start like a minimal MVP, minimal
Yes.
project in order to maybe make it scalable. So until we finish the minimal project, we were able to complete the requirements, and we were evaluated with our, let's say, our client.
Mhm.
After that, we were able to scale. Why? Because the resources are small, of course, the time is small, and the corporation is still, I mean, like, okay, let's see how does it
They
work.
want proof of
Maybe
concept or pilot study, isn't it? Like,
correct. Exactly. They needed to understand if it was real. I mean, if these companies can do this work outside, or definitely they need to build their own innovation center or the inside innovation group. But I mean, because the result was well, so they decided to, okay, now it's time to scale. So now we are in the phase to scale the solution.
wonderful.
But this is
Let's say, I think there are lots of companies, even in, like, US is closer, but in Europe, they would like to collaborate with Latin American companies. Like, how do you think companies can collaborate? This first question. Later on, how do you think, because you work at the university as far as I see, you do some, how do you think universities can collaborate? Let's start with the companies. How, like, if considering the open innovation methodologies, etc., how do you think companies can collaborate if they want to do something in Latin America?
Well, I mean, one of the good ways that we have in Latam is right now we have this kind of sandbox that as making small companies able to trust, and definitely the corporation need to see what is going on those in those areas. Some corporations decided to create their own innovation area, but other ones
Mhm.
have been more smart, and they say, okay, no, let's see if we knock the door on what is going on with the small companies, with the startups, with those kind of companies that are trying to provide some kind of solutions. First of all, that one, see what is going on out there. Second one, resources. I mean, definitely we need to have, I mean, huge challenge, but also we need to have like a money, time, computers, different kind of resources that the people need in order to try those solutions. And most of the time, the resources are provided for those big corporations because a small companies don't have that access. You know, so maybe
How do you
create
find
those
these
kind of
resources? You find from larger
laboratory.
corporate? How do you find these
Exactly. For
resources?
example, sometimes it's good to have those kind of small laboratory where those can trust the solution. I mean, they can try and they can see, okay, I can present this one. The third one I see, this is interesting because I mean, in the third one, I will see make a challenge. Okay, I have this problem. Who can give me the solutions? And you will see so many opportunities and so many raising the hands and say, okay, I want to try and see what is going on and show something. That's one of the biggest. And the fourth one is, of course, this is not easy for corporations, because they say like, okay, I need something to trust, I need something strong, I need something a backup that no just invest money and maybe waste time. I mean, maybe get the good networking in order to create a strong collaboration in serious collaboration.
Hmm.
So like a stable in legal projects. I mean, what I mean with this one is all the paperwork that we don't like, but maybe that can
Hmm.
support all the collaboration. So that will help and make the trust between the company and the small startup that is trying to build a solution. So we'll see this kind of approach.
Hmm. And
And in the last one,
yes.
if we have a huge like a hole is in the belly of death that will need time and we need to support. I mean, that is what is Fika means. Fika means let's build together this relationship. Mhm.
Yes, let's build together, but let's, like, not info. too formal way, but let's know each other how we can develop. When it comes to universities, how universities approach to open innovation? Is it like, do they conduct lots of research, or is it mainly to do industry, public-private collaboration towards innovation? How universities are working?
Actually, the universities right now, not right now, since a few years ago, they're open their eyes. I mean, we cannot live with just stay with the research in the library. We really need to move forward to the companies. I mean, ways. So how we are doing this one right now? Some universities and one of the biggest work, they created like services and helps to move the to outside to the real world. So now we are looking for companies to support this research and make it much stable to the real environment. What is going
Is
on in
it like
university? We have some
commercialization? Is it like to help for
correct in
commerce?
transition.
Mhm.
And transition between the IP, the property rights,
Yes.
intellectual rights. So we need to, I mean, we can sell, we can listen, we can do, I mean, corporation between. Actually, some of the companies that created a spin-off. What is that a spin-off means? Some professors are building companies when the universities support across the, I mean, giving the licenses for that knowledge, and they do businesses with corporations or with people outside. So this is a huge approach to move forward, to get out that knowledge from the universities and really, really, really build, let's say, entrepreneurs based on science and technology. It's not easy. It's not easy because some technologies are not as fast as the, I don't know, maybe an app where everything is faster in less than 3 months. Some
Yeah, it takes
technologies take
time. Some technologies
years.
takes time. You cannot do all of a
Absolutely,
sudden.
because it's science. I mean, and the science needs time. Is like, for example, solution for the cancer. Another one is about economy. Circular economy is one amazing company that I follow with that university that I work. They are doing economy, circular economy, try to, with the insect. So that is one of the
Yeah.
biggest challenges. So insect in the future, imagine you will eat, I don't know, cockroach or something like that in the
I-
future. Right
don't
now it's
scare
not
me.
us.
Don't
It's so,
scare me.
I mean, it sounds funny, but it is real.
Yeah.
So
But
so
but
so right now,
you reminded me, sorry for interruption. You reminded me another question, like are there specific domains that universities are focusing, like for example circular economy in food technology, for example? Is there any specific
depends.
domain? You mentioned the oil industry, etc. Is there any specific that the country and then universities are focusing, or is it anything is okay?
Depends. I mean, since we have a pipeline right now, for example, in the university that I work, which is the public university that is called National University in Colombia, the biggest one and the number one is a public university. We have a pipeline for around 36 projects, and most of them are focusing data and analytical
Mm.
data, circular economy, um, medical solutions based on, for example, the cancer that I told you before. But also, it's a small projects and other projects that are focusing solutions for the government, for example, or for the military solutions. So we have a mix. The stronger, I will say, data, analytic data, circular economy in technologies, but we have other kind of technologies. I mean, since we are a bigger university and we have more than 1,000, 1,000 groups, research group, we have like a huge pipeline.
Wow. Which university is it? Do you want to talk about a little bit university? Because not
University,
everybody
National
knows. Yes.
University of Colombia. National University of Colombia is the public university number one, and we are in the old country. So
We should
welcome
highlight it.
to
Number one. Yes.
number one. So I'm
Okay.
so
So,
proud to be there.
very nice. Like, is it engineering or is it all domains mainly?
Actually, right now in Bogota, it have already 11 faculties focused in engineering, science, and some medical staff too. We have doctor, nurse. Engineering is one of the stronger one.
Okay, so it is
So
really
yeah,
big. Is there
correct.
any collaboration between different, for example, it will be really fantastic. Imagine that there are some projects that are doctors are coming, nurses are coming, engineers are coming, art students are coming. They work towards to develop something together. Is there this type of programs there, or is it in the pipeline? What do you foresee?
Right now, we have one big project that is called Hospital, and they have this kind of solution where they are mixing different universities. Right now, is this university and another one which is also big that is called Andes. They have this kind of medical solutions. So more than, I mean, of course, we have inside the faculties like a mix, but also we are doing good collaboration between universities, because at the end of the day the most important is to move forward the country, is not move forward just by yourself, you know. So if we move forward, what can one university has and another university has with the corporation, we can build better solutions. So yes, we have close relationship, we are building some kind of solution with them.
Great. So if when it comes to this, like we didn't discuss how it is similar to between universities. Like you had academic life, university life in Europe, and also now you're in Latam, and you know the academic life there. Is are there some similarities or differences?
Well, I see, I mean, the similarities we have perhaps the way to work. I mean, what I mean with this is in Europe, or what I observed when I was working there and when I was living there and studied there, is people is not afraid to fail, like I said before. So in the way the people study is more like a conscience, you know, like okay, I will learn this one in order to apply this one in this, or in order to make solution in this. In Latam, we are still have this kind of education, like you have to learn this and this and this, because if you don't learn, you don't pass.
Like
So
more
this is something that,
structural, you mean? Like more rectangle?
like
Is it?
yeah, it's like a more, it have to be like this. So this is a huge challenge, this is a huge way to move forward, and this is something that we really, in this generation, we have to share and teach to our kids or our, I don't know, teenagers, in order to be more conscious about the knowledge, in order to apply to better solution, which is good, you know. For example, Chile, Brazil are one of the strongest, I mean, um, technology solutions. They have also the biggest unicorns here in Latam. Mexico is another country that is already moved forward. So it have to be more like this. So I will say, okay, the challenge is to think more in that way. And it knock the door. I mean, we sometimes we are scared to knock the door. What is going on in Europe, or what is going on
Yeah.
in United States? Because we say, okay, we are like a super far away. But actually, no. I mean, I have been working in both countries, and I get to know both societies. So I understand if we knock the door, maybe we can find better practice that we can bring to here in order to move forward. So I will
But
say that
also
one.
there
Maybe
are, maybe we can learn, because this following question: what can we learn from Latin America? But it is not that always Europe or United States should teach that. Most probably there is something that we can learn from Latin America, isn't it?
I will say two things. The first one, resilience, because since we have like a different kind of, I mean, reality in different way, so we have to be more resilient people. You know, trying to see how we can manage the challenge, and how we can make the solution for that.
Is it
Also,
because of limited resources, or is it because of limited resources,
for
or?
both, you know, yeah, first one can be because of the limited of resources, and the second, I mean, we are rich in natural resources, that is for truth.
Mhm.
I mean, at least in Colombia, because we are in the Ecuador line, and we don't have like a season in the stuff. But in the other resources, yeah, we have limit, definitely. And we are like a country for more than 50 million of people. I mean, it's like a 5 times Sweden. So this is
Mhm.
one challenge, be in that way. And another one is perhaps the passion. I mean, I used to remember when I was in Sweden, like, okay, we know you are from Colombia, from Latam, or from something like that, because we are more like a passion, try to
The
involve more
energy,
people
isn't it? The
like this.
energy, yes.
So I will say maybe help to really, okay, it's not going, it doesn't work like this. So we need to find another way in put the heart in that work. It's like it's everything or nothing. Do really, I mean, I will say those, perhaps those two things.
Perfect. These are, and then
So
what do
in
you,
the
yes,
in the another one, yeah, no,
what,
continue please.
like, yes, what, and then what do you think Europe can, like, what Latin America can learn from Europe? Like
Time,
being
I mean, the
slow
passion,
and time, yes.
being
You mean
slow and
time,
time, and
because people want fast decisions in Latin America, but you, or fast results, as far as I understand. Because
yeah,
also,
and
if you say
sometimes
it is
good
in
things
data,
take time.
data analytics is a bit, because they just, it is computer software, most probably, then they don't focus on the hardware. Data analytics might seem easier than working different projects, maybe, or health science.
Absolutely, absolutely. In one of the good things about, for example, Latam, in I mean, company Latam, here is a huge challenge. People really know about technology. People have been countries like Sweden, so we know what is going on there. So you just need to watch more. I mean, see us more. Try to build companies here in Latam in order to really build the relationship. So I will invite Latam to knock the door to there, and I will invite Europe to see what is going on here. For example, data analytics is a huge topic everybody's working right now here. Building technology solution like in the faster way in order to apply those kind of methodology you have there is also is a good solution here. So I will say like if you take the resources that is people here and give it the chance to know what is going on there, definitely will be a huge mix, and that will bring very good, different point of view on the businesses.
It seems we should do
So yeah,
more digital and even maybe physical activities, Fika, maybe digital Fika, and also maybe physical meetups, so that people get to know each other, build trust between Latin America and European companies. We know the doors there to learn from you or
absolutely. I
collaborate
mean,
with
we
you.
don't have
You knock
to
our
be
doors.
present all the time like a physical.
I lost you a couple of seconds.
Hello.
Yes, can you
I
continue now? You said you have to be
Yes, I
present.
don't hear you. Can you please?
Yes, you said you have to be present.
Yes, correct. If you have the chance to give with those people to go there and see what's going on in Europe, they will bring very good ideas to our environment. So we can build different collaboration. For example, cities is something that is right now in Bogota. The current government try to use their data in order to create those kind of solution that a smart city is doing. And one professor for this university, for National University of Colombia, is working with Sweden, with the police in Sweden. So
Really?
it's more like okay,
Interesting.
let's see what is going on there and how we can build this kind of solution here. It's very interesting.
Wonderful, wonderful. It is.
Correct.
I am really happy to have you, to host you, to have you my guest. Thank you very much for this interview. Hopefully, I can invite you later on to talk more specific topics, maybe more on the project that you work with. Thank you very much for joining. I wish you good luck with your open innovation related projects and with your future endeavor with your projects. Thank you for joining from Colombia.
Thank you so much. I will last message. You will see what is going on in Latam. See what is going on with the unicorns here. See what is going on with the university. Knock the door. Be afraid. We have a huge doors to see what is going on there and how we can build a relationship together. And I
And
offer my
whoever needs
company.
it, they should find you. Fika-IO.com.
Absolutely, exactly. Yes,
Yeah,
I offer my company as a bridge between what is going on outside the Latam, and I can be the connector, the connecting people here in Latam. I can do this for you.
yes. As a person that I know, I met you in Sweden. I am 100% trusting you that you can do and handle this process perfectly. So thank you very much, and I wish you good. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye, bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening, Dr. Zero Show. I will invite different experts from different domains. If you would like to suggest or if you would like to be my guest, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. It is very easy to reach me at LinkedIn, YouTube, and at Twitter. I wish you all a nice day, nice evening, or nice lunchtime, or nice morning, wherever you are. Have a nice day.